Hi everybody, how you doing? Dr. Teresa Phillips here and Robert, and we have exciting news. We are getting ready to release your heavenly identity, your royal identity, the monarchical rule of heaven, the priesthood, the royal priesthood, kings and priests, all of it.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. It took me 12 years of research to do this book, The Monarchy of Heaven. And it just keeps growing and growing. I think during the course, we're actually going to be rewriting the book.
Which is actually really pretty neat because I've had the privilege of taking it twice now, I think, maybe 3 times. And it actually, the new revelation that comes forth, I mean, the groundwork is set. If you were on a course of honor, that helped kind of prep for what we're about.
And you can still get that.
And you can still get that. But our heavenly identity is so important so that we know what our focus and our purpose is here on earth. And why we're here for the kingdom, and what our position is, how to honor people. I mean, one of my favorite things in the whole thing was about honoring people. And that's not just because I'm former military, but I believe in honoring people for what they do. Like honoring my beautiful wife. You know, she sits there and she's obedient to the Lord, and she writes these books and these courses. And I'm telling you, this is one of the best courses that you'll ever take.
You know, I really appreciate that because I didn't tell him to say that. I didn't. But I'll make dinner later. That'll be a miracle.
Cheese on toast?
No. Thursday, February 15th, free broadcast. We're going to go over what's going on. Plus, I'm going to do something in the broadcast. I really felt led of the Lord. I am going to give the visitation that Jesus gave to us when we were laying on the couch one night. I am going to release that because that's what released this whole realm.
Well, and actually that kind of does. It does really opens up the things so people can understand where we're coming from and where it came from.
And we've had such an awesome realm of the supernatural kingship in our home. It's been amazing. I mean, we actually have a knight standing outside the door. Our knight in shining armor. We have our coats of arms around the walls. Just the other day, I found Rob's flag.
Yeah, it was when we got married.
Yeah, we had, when we got married, the balcony of the house, we had all the coats of arms flags hanging from that. And we had the draping and the whole bit. We had, like, we called the royal wedding. And we did that because we did it for the kingdom. And we're going to talk about why those little symbols are so important in the earth today.
Yes.
And Monarchy of Heaven is a course that is being rebranded as your royal identity from heaven's viewpoint. It's going to be rebranded. But we want you to register for the broadcast. Tell them about what you thought when I brought out the books and I brought out the priestly garments. Because you will see during the course, we will actually have the priestly garments will be there at the course. We will have the reason why some things are done when kings are anointed and queens are anointed, why they're done the way they're done. We're going to go into some of that. And all of it has a biblical backing. And remember when the priestly garments came out?
Yes, I mean, there's a section in there where it talks about what the stones are for and about the Urim and the Thummim and all that stuff. This is things that you may have heard just little glimpses of, but it goes. Dr. Teresa goes so deep into this, and it's actually just a wonderful thing because without having this understanding, how can you fully achieve your destiny?
Right. And, you know, one of the key things about writing the book, The Monarchy of Heaven, A Royal Priesthood, is that to be royal is a bloodline, but it can also be an appointed line. Mm-hmm. And a priesthood is appointed, but it could be a bloodline. Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Yes.
We're going to get into some of that. We're going to get into a lot of that. We're going to talk about Aaron the priest. We're going to talk about Zadok, who is actually my very favorite priest out of all the priestly things in the Bible, Zadok is really one of my favorites. And we do have a Zadok oil. So while we're taking this course, if you have not gotten the book yet, the package yet, go to globalpropheticlive.com and get it. Because I think it's like 3/4 of the way through the course, we will do an anointing service. And at the end, we will do another anointing service about consecration.
Yes.
It's go ahead.
Yeah, it's imperative that you actually get the book so you can follow along with it too, to understand where we're at. You can take your notes, and yes, that'll
be awesome.
That'd be awesome. But if you actually have the material that has been prepared so that you can actually follow on
to the best that we can.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty. That's the wonder of the Lord while you're teaching this course. I know things are going to have a new understanding. I know things are going to be a little bit different because you're going to get the open revelation and you're going to share that with us immediately.
Yeah, and I will. I'm very thrilled about this opportunity and just so thankful. Praise the Lord. Thank you. I've waited 10 years for this to happen. I wrote the book, actually sent it to the Queen of England. Actually, she's in the book. I know people go, oh, no, you don't understand. This woman is saved and filled with the Holy Ghost. She's amazing. And she's actually in the book. And I just don't want you to miss. I don't want you to miss the excitement. I got a phone call yesterday from a woman.
Oh, yeah.
And she was so excited about this. She said on the phone call, she says, I have to sign up for this course because I feel like I'm going to go higher than I've ever been before in my spiritual walk. And I went, oh, thank you, Jesus. Because this really is the reason why, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to let you go. This is really why the city, the foundations of heaven, are made of transparent glass. It's a crystal sea, and the transparent glass is so that you have access to look up through the barrier and see the glory of God. Register today for the free broadcast, and the school is 50% off right now. I know, don't say anything. He didn't want me to do it, but we did it because it's a beta course, and it's only a window. There's only a window where you're going to get this at 50% off, and then the price doubles.
And then the books themselves are?
They're on globalpropheticlive.com.
For the set is $25.
No, it's not. They have the set, the whole set, and the oil for $40.
Okay.
That's a big savings right now. That's a $60 item. Yeah. So we want you to get that. We want you to be involved. We want you to grow in your expectancy. You may not be able to be in the course all the time, but you will have access to the replays. And you will have access as a discount by taking this class. You will have access to take the honor course. The honor course is available. And so you will have coupons for that. I'm not sure how all that's going to work, but it is going to work.
Yes.
We're new at this. Stick with us and pray for us and register for the free broadcast today. And walk with the King and be a blessing. Amen.